close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Everyone. Did you know that March is the celebration of the International Women's Month? And in line with that, we will be celebrating it with the bang. Welcome to Girl Talk, Women in the AEC Industry. This is a 4 live episodes about women empowerment and appreciation in the architecture, engineering, and construction industry. Sabi nga guys ni Beyonce sa isang kanta, 'di ba? Who run the world, girls. Pero I also like to think of it like who build the world, girls. Ayan. So for tonight's episode guys of Girl Talk, we will be talking about the females in the engineering, architecture, and construction industry together with the founders of Girls Build the World. Pero bago muna yan, guys, mag-attendance muna tayo. Feel free to comment down, share this live stream, and tag your female and woman friends who need to watch our episode for tonight. And don't forget this, guys, get a chance to win also a copy of this one, ayan, Arkitekturang Pilipino book. Ayan. So to win this, guys, all you have to do is just be creative, upload any material. It can be a photo or video of yourself that shows how you take up space as a woman in the design and construction industry. Post your entry to any of the following, pwede sa Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. Spread the word and tag 3 of your friends. Keep the post in a public setting and use the hashtags GBW Women in Action and IWD 2022. So lahat ng mga i-upload nyo na entries, guys, will be compiled for the International Women's Day tribute post. Ayan. So go ahead and check the mechanics right here, guys. And yeah, and spread the word and be proud that you are a woman, a girl, a female in the AEC industry. Again, you will get a chance to win a copy of this one, Arkitekturang Pilipino. Ayan. So, nag-ano muna tayo, guys. Let's see our friends na nagsishare, nagtatag ng kanilang mga friends. So, we have here si Nilo. Ayan. Thank you, Nilo. We also have here's Engineer Ralph. Hi, Ralph. Kita mo ba to? Ayan yung t-shirt natin. And we also have Romalina. Go, Isabel Paula. Ayan. Thank you, guys. So, hindi ko na patatagalin pa. And let's introduce who are guest speakers for tonight's episode. Did you know, guys, that Girls Build World is a non-profit organization of women in the design and built environment practice of architecture, engineering, planning, and design. So they aim to bring together fellow women in the industry with shared experience and encourage opportunities, collaborations, and mentorship. So as a new community, actually magsa-celebrate na sila ng kanilang second year. Ayan, they strive to engage other people to talk about irrelevant issues about women and girls that we face today. Ayan, so let's give a huge shout out to the founders. We have here Micaela Burbano, who is an architecture associate engaged in the architectural interiors. We also have um, Isa Peñas, who is also an architecture associate with an inclination towards heritage conservation and management. Ayan. So, hi guys! Hello, hello, hello!
Hi, good evening,
Ayan. So,
everyone.
para mag-start tayo guys, magpakilala muna tayo. 'Di ba? Yung ating mga one-liners about who we are. So, I'll start first. Ayan. Hi guys! I'm working in residential and commercial spaces and I help in building them. I'm a female civil engineer. I'm Engineer Hannah. Ayan.
I'm um, I'm engaged in architectural interiors and heritage conservation projects. I'm a female architecture associate. I'm Micaela Burbano.
Woo! Ayan.
And I am an architectural associate as well, female architectural associate, involved in multiple conservation projects here in Manila and in Negros and Pampanga. I am Isa Peñas.
Ayan. So, it's actually fresh face here sa ating ikamustahan session. Kasi usually before, I've interviewed engineers. Pero, I think now is the first time na in the architecture industry naman, nakapag-interview ako. So, look at this pretty young ladies na kasama natin tonight. Wow naman. Ayan. So, we want to know more about you. 'Di ba? So what made you interested to join the AEC industry, 'di ba? The architecture, engineering, and construction industry. Kasi it's not usually the first thing that a female or a woman choose, 'di ba? So go ahead.
Come on.
All right. So to start with, it's actually funny. I have an inclination in the fine arts, and then my mom thought, "Marunong ka naman mag-drawing. Why don't you go to Arki?" So that's a story why I went into Arki. But the reason I stayed is that I saw it as the best combination between art and science. And for me, aesthetics is a non-negotiable
Yeah.
when it comes to building. So we work in here. We were taught with we were taught with how to work with different professionals and joining completely, like fully giving myself to the AEC industry. It's in a way, it's that collaboration, that
Yeah.
sense of
Yes.
collaboration with other professionals. That's why I joined and I stayed.
Wow, 'di ba? How about you? Sige, go.
Ako naman, when I was, I think elementary pa lang, gusto ko na talagang maging architect. Kasi my father is a mining engineer. Pero kasi pag umuwi siya galing work, merong mga floor plans na inuuwi. So, yun yung ginagaya ko. Akala nga ng dad ko nung una, baka mag-engineering ako. Kasi sabi ko, hindi talaga ayoko ng math. Hindi ko talaga friend ang math. So sabi ko, hindi. Mas prefer ko yun nga. Right, tama yung sinabi ni Isa, it's a combination of art and science. So, doon, I chose architecture na. So, ayan.
Pero first choice niya siya, architecture. Or meron kayong other options na tinake?
Ako, yun yung una kong tinik. Yun yung talagang gusto ko. Pero nung magka-college na ako, my father wanted me to take a medical related course. So I studied medtech for 1 year. Tinis ko siya ng 1 year kasi gusto talaga nilang either mag-nurse ako or mag-medtech. Sabi ko mag-medtech na lang ako. So Ayun, pero nung nasa 1 year na yun, talagang parang may konsensya, parang may ano ako na gusto ko talaga mag-architecture.
Bumalik. Yes.
So, nag-shift ako to architecture kahit medyo matagal sa college, pero at least gusto ko yung ginagawa ko.
How about you, Isa? Is it your first choice to take architecture?
It's not. It's actually fine arts. And I got it
Oh,
sa
okay.
program sa Baguio. Yan din yung my parents wanted to, Archie. But I think, my second choice was actually not Archie as well. It was education. So, parang as I went through the course of architecture, parang I wanted to unite what those two choices were in what I
Yeah.
was thinking. So, by the end of things one of my goals eventually was to want to teach them. So, parang I started like that. Now we're here.
Pero diba, I think it's one of the misconceptions na kailangan sobrang galing mo mag-drawing for you to take
Yes,
sobrang
yes.
misconception.
Sobrang misconception.
Diba? Pero actually hindi. Kasi parang yung when you go outside, there's already architecture eh. Yung kahit sa
Yes.
mga churches, sa mga buildings, sa mga kahit yung mga lumang mga infrastructures and mga bahay, 'di ba? Yung the moment na na-appreciate mo siya, 'di ba? Parang you can take architecture pero hindi kailangan magaling sa drawing. I think it's just a plus, 'di ba?
Yes.
So what
And
are your thoughts on this? Sige, go.
I kind of understand that kasi parang one of the subjects we have is parang architectural visualizations.
Yes.
It's very important that you perform well in that class, pero it's not the only thing
Yeah.
that's important kasi you have to understand that architecture is not just drawing. So it's also
Yes.
understanding the systems that go with the architecture
Yes.
that you are envisioning. So parang ano ba to? Yung sketches on site, they look really really cruddy. Like,
Yes.
hindi ka naman pumunta sa
Oo.
site para mag-urban sketching, di ba?
Yeah, exactly.
Ganon.
Mhm. At first talaga, parang may parang insecurity ka pa nga eh. Kasi, kaya ka nga nag-archi kasi nakikita mo may potential ka mag-drawing. And
Yes.
pagpasok mo dun, girl, mas maraming magaling sa'yo. Like,
Oo,
sobrang
oo.
daming mas magaling sa'yo mag-drawing. Pero hindi, may ibang, pag along the way, mapapansin mo na yung mga professors, they don't rate you gaano kaganda yung drawing mo or gaano kaganda yung pagkukulay mo. Kung mali-mali yung planning mo, you don't follow building code. I mean, yun nga, yung sinabi ni sa the system, babagsak ka pa rin. So, it's not an end-all, be-all sa course namin.
So, para
Oo. Sige, sige. Hindi, sige, go.
Sorry. Ayun. There's this funny story kasi, like, okay, I don't want to flaunt or whatnot, pero urban sketcher ako ngayon, so that's the background. So, yung architectural visualization classes ko, like, I really performed well there. And then I thought, okay, sa perspective lang pala nadadaan ito.
Yeah.
So that's what I did in one of my classes. And then nabigla ako kasi for the first time in my academic life, nagkaroon ako ng failing grade sa isang plate. Sabi ko, bakit ganito? Maganda naman yung presentation ko. Sabi niya, your planning sucks. From then on, it turned into a wake-up call na parang, hoy, hindi lang yung drawing.
Yeah.
Drawing years. The reason why na-open up ko to kasi I want to encourage not only the younger generations kasi iniisip nila puro drawing lang, architecture. Na, uy, magaling ka mag-drawing, mag-architecture ka. Pero I think the talent behind here is you have the eyes talaga to appreciate the beauty, yung structures, and also with the planning, di ba? Kaya parang yun talaga yung reason behind na parang for you to take architecture kasi na-appreciate mo siya.
Yeah.
Diba? Hindi lang dahil magaling mag-drawing.
Yeah.
Diba? Ayan. So, as somebody who is a female, diba, in the AEC industry, bukod doon sa kailangan magaling mag-drawing to take architecture, ano pa yung mga naririnig nyo na mga misconceptions in your industry? And being a woman ba really hinders the capability to work, ganyan. So, let's start with Isa naman. Ayan.
Right. So, the misconception is, nung kahit undergrad pa ako noon is, mahirapan ka mag-site work.
Yeah.
Mas mahirapan ka mag-site work. Bakit po, sir? Bakit po, ma'am? Kasi hindi sila yung mga babae sa site work, kaya halos lahat sila nasa office. Yun yung sinasabi sa akin before. So parang ako, nagkaroon ako ng in weird fear of being assigned to site work.
Yeah.
Ironically, I'm doing a lot of site work right now. So parang ano naman, I dealt with it. Pero so far, the experience hasn't been ano naman. Another misconception is that you have to always dress in a girly, parang
Yes.
flirty,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can wear what
Usually nakikita nyo to sa mga movies. Diba?
Yes,
Pag
yes.
architecture, sila yung
Sobrang
mga
stereotype.
naka-heels, naka-skirt, naka-fitted, diba? Pero
Yes, sobrang
don't get
stereotype.
us wrong, guys, Pero you can still wear as comfortable as you are when you are
Yes.
outside. Hindi yung sa mga napapanood natin
Yes.
sa, sige, go ahead. Na
Like,
ano ka
mas
lang
marami
yun.
pa nga kaming mas marami pa nga kaming boots sa pang site kaysa sa heels eh.
Heels, yeah.
Seryoso talaga. Yung mga
Steel toe, puro
puro steel toe yun.
puro boots.
Bihira kami yung actually isa lang yung heels ko. So,
Na maghahalataan tayo dito.
yeah, it's really
Tayo-
not
Hindi tayo pa-girly.
Yeah, I mean, we can be pa-girly and
We can,
all.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
Yeah.
ano naman, I think lang kasi, I think isa sa, I mean, one of the reasons din bakit din nagkaroon ng Girls Build World is, ito hindi to, I think na-open up to, pero ito yung parang sinashrug off ng mga kasama natin sa construction industry is sexual harassment.
Yeah.
Verbally, it still counts. I mean, some of them, parang they hide it in joke lang yun. But it's not.
Yeah.
I think yun yung isa sa, hindi naman siya hinder, pero syempre for some women na hindi rin sanay sa ganun, na nakakarinig ng ganun, or how they were treated like that, it's a big thing. And some of them might, have trauma, ayaw mag-site, mas gusto sa office or something. But I think it's one of the things na, issue na dapat din na tatakal natin sa industry natin. It's not really a hinder per se, but something na para siyang elephant in the room.
Yeah, that's actually true. Kasi talagang alam natin AEC, it's a male-dominated field.
Yeah.
Diba? Like talagang in every parang 1:10 na-experience ko yun na parang in a room, puro 10 yung lalaki, ako lang yung babae. Ganon. And it didn't happen to me. Just like, sige, let's tackle about sexual harassment. Pero we've also tackled topics about that kasi nangyayari siya.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people know how to handle it. Diba?
Yeah.
And we, as having a community online, diba, we want to encourage and we want to share it na gusto natin ng safe space for everybody.
Yeah.
Na kahit male-dominated field siya, na dapat tayong females, safe pa rin tayo sa environment natin.
Yeah.
Diba? Talagang normal yun. Hindi ko sinasabing like normal, pero it happens every day na may mga nagka-catcall,
Yes,
diba? Merong
yes.
mga physical touches, ganyan. That some may say na in a joke way, pero we need to stand up talaga na hindi siya okay talaga. Hindi,
Yes.
it's not something na dapat tinitingnan lang natin. It's not something na let's just put it aside kasi it happens and
Yes.
we should be more vocal about it.
Yes.
Diba? Meron ba kayong na-experience? It can be from you or from a friend nyo. Ano yung mga naririnig nyo na stories like this na nangyayari sa site, di ba?
Ako hindi siya site. It's during my undergrad. One of the professors, parang tinitingnan niya ako mula ulo hanggang paa. I was wearing a nice, sobrang hindi bastusin na suot ko kasi nag-defense
Yeah.
ako that time. So parang medyo office, yung corporate yung suot ko that time. Tapos parang he was looking at me from head to toe. Tapos sabi niya, uy, may nangyari na sa inyo ni ganito. And he dropped yung name ng ex-boyfriend ko. Tapos parang sabi ko, saan nanggaling yan, ganyan. Tapos sabi niya, parang, wala kasi yung katawan mo medyo ganyan. Tapos parang, something off. Kasi syempre, from a person in the academe, you wouldn't really expect na he would
And
say it.
a professional, di ba?
Professor, an architect. Alam mo yun, I mean, I'm not saying it para masira yung name ng profession. It's just that kahit siguro sa engineering, sa mismong construction site, nangyayari yun. But alam mo yun, tas babawian niya na, joke lang yun. Isa yun sa parang naging isa yun sa mga parang reasons why we started this organization. Because there are things like that. And kasi yun yung mahirap pag kasi nasa RK school ka, like sa engineering, mas marami, kita mo talaga student pa lang, mas maraming lalaki. Sa
Yeah,
architect
yeah.
kasi halos half ng classmates mo babae. So hindi mo talaga i-expect na pag-graduate mo, ang konti pa rin pala namin sa site, mas marami pa rin lalaki, no over pa rin. So ayun, I think yun yung experience ko with that.
Experience ko with that. I've known, like, sorry, trigger warning sa mga
Yes,
nanonood.
yes, guys.
Like, so like there I had I was an undergrad student then, and then I was approached by this former friend or former colleague of mine from she was she's a higher batch than me, and then yung complaint niya is that she wants to file a case. And parang I was undergrad that time na parang, bakit, who is this person that we're talking about? It was a professor then. And parang nag-transcend na from the professor.
Yeah.
Naging ka-work niya na rin. So parang sabi niya, Isa, I don't know what to do. I need help with the case. So parang hinay namin i-forward sa mga upper So from then on, parang narealize ko na, wow, she's actually in a better position than me. And then this is happening to her. And then what about those people na, those parang younger students na parang, ano yung defense nila sa ganong klaseng predatory nature?
Yeah.
Na will they even recognize it when it comes to them? Or sila, parang yung misconception about them having to take a joke, quote-unquote joke.
Yes.
Yun ba yung mangingibabaw sa utak nila? That they will gaslight themselves, parang gano'n. Parang, that's one experience na really bothers me up to this day. Yeah.
Actually, meron din akong natakal na topic like that. Tapos yung isang engineer, she opened up her story, which is so brave of her, na talagang a colleague of her physically touched her. Like parang at first, she didn't know what to do, pero nireport niya sa HR, and then she left the company. Like parang not a lot of girls and women have the courage to do that kasi iba-iba ng reaction 'di ba? But what we're trying to say here, guys, na if you hear a story like that, like let's be more supportive of them.
Yes.
'Di ba? Kasi tayo na lang yung and kumbaga also to the male and other genders out there na 'di ba? If you see something na hindi na tama, stand up for it. 'Di ba? Huwag tayong magpadala dahil they're in a higher position than us, they are our bosses, 'di ba? Ganyan. Basta as long as we know na mali yun, we will not take that aside talaga. So let's speak louder talaga. Kaya we tackle topics like this. Again, trigger warning to everybody out there kasi we want to show na gusto natin that we have a safer, 'di ba, environment, working environment for all the genders, hindi lang female, 'di ba? For all the genders, sa lahat, 'di ba? So talagang mas vocal kaming mga female engineers kasi that's what we stand up for, 'di ba? And it still keeps on happening pa rin talaga. And nakakalungkot, pero I think unti-unti naman, 'di ba, nakikita natin na there are already a lot of companies na gender neutral na, 'di ba? Talagang they stand talaga against violence against women, 'di ba? So talagang we're taking actions here. So, let's spread awareness, guys. Ayan. So, our next question here, guys. Ayan. Who are some of the women that you look up to? Kasi 'di ba Women's Month nga, 'di ba? Sino ba yung mga women that you look up to into the AEC industry, and what is it about them, 'di ba, that inspires you? So let's start with Mika naman.
I'm sorry. Kasi nung pinapractice namin yung mga questions, tawang-tawa kami.
Yung tawag ko. Okay.
Tawang-tawa kami kasi yung mga sagutan ko hindi tama.
Sige, relax lang. Yeah. Sige.
Kasi ako na lang.
Kasi mauna na si Isa, tapos ako na lang.
Go, Isa. Go.
the women I look up to in the AEC industry has always been my mentors. So I can name two of them right now na women mentors ko. Si Architect Rajeline Busmente and si Architect Lorelai De Viana. So they're both my current bosses, part of the bosses I have since I also do a lot of freelance site management. So parang these women are trailblazers in their own career in heritage as women. So parang it's just humbling to get direct mentoring from them. And sana parang you have this feeling na parang sana someday ganun din sana all.
Yeah.
Ganun. So parang wala naman akong major star architect na na parang woman figure that I look up to.
Yeah.
It's just these people who I parang see as worthy mentors kasi parang for a very long time I've been looking for like really legit mentors.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that I've landed into their laps. So parang I'm grateful.
Yeah, kasi maganda yon na as you start your careers, you have a mentor that will guide you na ano ba yung pagdadaanan mo into your career. So, kumbaga, mas napadali yung buhay nyo kasi you have somebody na manatakbuhan nyo whenever you have a question. And of course, yung story nila. Kumbaga,
Yes,
it really
yes.
inspires you not to be like them, but to be yourselves more. 'Di ba? Ilabas kung sino talaga yung sarili mo, 'di ba?
Yes, yes.
And how about you, Mika? Ikaw naman.
Kaya mo to. I believe
Aside syempre dun sa actually naging mentor ko rin si Architect Rajeline. Basically, student pa lang, parehas kasi kami na student pa lang, nagwo-work na. So, I worked first with Architect Rajeline and Architect Gerard, yung pinagtatrabahuan ko ngayon. So, ayun. Pero right now, the woman I look up to is myself.
Yes,
Kasi siyempre, sino
myself.
pa ba ang maglo-look up to sa'yo kundi sarili mo? I mean, if you know yourself, you know what you've been through, you know how you make solutions sa mga problems that you face. I think kailangan maparamdam mo rin sa sarili mo na that you look up to them, that you are proud of them din. Kasi if you cannot be proud of yourself, it's gonna be hard for you to be proud of your friends, of your colleagues, or other women in this industry. So, I think yun.
Fun fact, Leo pala siya.
Kaya pala. Kaya pala. Anyways, di na ako
Yes.
sasabi. I think with me naman, yung mga una kong mga naging professors sa school, sa university, the women there, kasi bilang na bilang lang din yung mga female instructors namin. And kumbaga to have like, parang a motherly figure at the same time, na parang magiging instructor mo, professor mo, at the same time, mentor mo. And kumbaga parang in a field na puro lalaki, somebody na who teaches in the academe, that inspires the next generation of female engineers, female architects, 'di ba? Talagang nakakatuwa. And of course, in the construction industry, bihira rin ako magkaroon ng parang like a boss na talagang to look up to. Pero yung masasagot ko dito is my mom. She's not actually a professional. Hindi siya architect or engineer, but she is in the construction industry. Siya nag-start ng business namin from scratch. And I think that was one of the main reasons why I took engineering talaga in the first place. It's because of her. Talagang nakaka-inspire na parang yung puyat niya, dadalhin niya kaming mga maliliit pa kami sa site, magpapasahod ng tao. Very hardworking talaga. So parang talagang story na started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yes.
Ganun
Yes.
talaga. Kaya nakakatawa na, and it really pushes you more, di ba? To have somebody that inspires you na, kumbaga, pag nawalan ka ng motivation, titingnan mo lang siya, di ba? Ang galing niya, di ba? Katulad nga, di ba, kay Mika, tignan mo yung older self, di ba?
Yes,
Ayan yung
diba?
future self. Di ba? Nakakatuwa. Ayan. So, let's talk about naman, girls build the world. Di ba? What's the story behind this? Di ba? Why did two architecture, di ba, associates, di ba, started this na, what's the story behind this? Parang, is it like a light bulb moment, diba? So, how did you start Girls Build World?
Okay, nung 2020 March, 'di ba? Ako bisa March 2020, I experienced
Pandemic?
pa-lockdown, papunta pala.
Pa-lockdown. Yeah.
So, I experienced a gender discrimination with my colleague na parang he questions my intelligence because I'm a woman. Basically, medyo misogynistic talaga siya.
Yeah.
So yun, though syempre, luckily, I have office mates din na syempre hindi gusto yung ginagawa niya. Even my boss didn't want what he did. So, syempre, sinabi ko yon sa office mates ko and nalaman niya rin ng boss ko. Naging okay naman kasi I mean, we worked it out. Pero when I brought it up with Isa, na parang this is what I experienced, ganyan. Tapos, yun nga, kasi napag-usapan na namin yung mga experiences namin sa trabaho namin. Parang wala pang nakitang group. Kasi okay, merong mga group na puro architects na female. Pero
Yeah.
kasi for Philippines, parang wala pa. Tapos sabi ko, ay mas maganda isama ko na rin yung engineering. Sama natin engineering mga interior designers, mga landscape. Kasi parang para na rin to build network. Kasi at the end of the day, we still work
Yeah.
together. Para hindi lang yun yung target. So, ayun, actually hindi siya ganun ka-active when I started it. Tapos nung nag 1 year na, sabi ko, I have to do something para to make noise and para mas ma-recognize yung group namin. So, yun, we organized yung Build for Challenges where we invited sila architect JP Espino, sila interior designer Rachel Medina she's a former editor-in-chief of Real Living magazine, and Dr. Gia Season. So, and sobrang happy namin kasi parang doon nagkaroon ng mas marami kaming na-reach na women na sumali doon sa group. And then, nagkaroon din kami ng monthly webinar series kasi nga gusto nga namin mas strengthen yung aside dun sa network, parang mas maraming matutunan, mas meron pang
Yes.
makuha yung mga nasa community namin. So we had the monthly webinar series yung She is Here. So we had 6 topics last year, right? Tapos yun, parang medyo naglaylo kami kasi dami nangyayari sa work.
Buhay.
We can't handle it na. Tapos, kaya ngayon, sabi ko, girl, second year na. So, ito yun ulit. I didn't expect nga natatagal siya eh. Kasi nung first talaga, inisip ko, baka impulsive ko lang to. Kasi nga, nanggigigil ako sa galit.
Yeah.
Yun yung parang naging drive ko.
Pero diba there's this beauty about it na mapapansin nyo, when women stand, talagang when she speaks her voice,
Yes.
talagang it becomes powerful. Na parang you didn't even envision it to be as big as this, diba? And it
Yes.
would reach its second year. Kaya nakakatuwa na talagang ang amazing, no? Na parang pag nag-speak out ka lang, meron ka palang nai-inspire na ibang tao.
Yes.
Diba?
Yes.
Kahit yung mga failures mo, kahit yung mga horror stories like that, diba? Yung mga rants mo, diba?
Yes.
By just being vocal about it, uy, meron pala tayong matutulungan pa na
Yes.
mga future na mga females in the AEC industry.
Yes.
Diba? So, sige, ayan, i-discuss na natin to, your story and how did you started. Ayan.
In yung summary.
So yung Girls Build World, we are NGO where we see ourselves as an NGO, but also as an online community of built and design and built environment practice professionals and students and people. So when we are all women. So we are a community, we identify with other women na in the same industries as ours. So yung community na yon, we want na members of the community get something from the other members of the community, insight, inspiration. You share your stories with us and someone will resonate with you. Yun yung nakikita namin as the key to community engagement. Tapos nagkaroon kami ng Built for Challenges last year. Yung header namin nga si our ID or Rachel Medina, si Architect JP Espino, tapos si Dr. Gia Season. They all gave very insightful talks naman. And parang it made us feel na parang, oh, ang dami nagre-resonate that these women come from very different fields, but there's common resonance within them, within all of us actually. Yun. And then yung She Is Here namin, we thought of that kasi as a follow-through from learning from the first anniversary event, that culture of learning sana carries on throughout the years, throughout the months that follow. So parang we have particular topics. We had topics on violence against women and children.
Yeah.
We had topics about heritage conservation. We had topics about
Community
art,
planning.
community planning, participatory planning, landscape design, designing smartly with like here, see landscape architect
AJ
AJ
Rosell.
Rosell.
Yeah.
Very, very insightful. Now, we have year 2 in our midst. So our event is named Women in Action. It's a webinar event on March 13, Sunday. I hope you guys can come.
Yes.
It's from 7
4
from
to
4
7.
7 p.m. Ayan. And we have a lot of partners, and Engineer Hannah is one of them. We're very
Yes.
grateful, we're very grateful for her support. And we're featuring interior designer Willie Garcia, who is the founder of Junk Not PH.
She's really well known not only as a designer but also an environmentalist. Kasi halos lahat talaga ng products or ng furniture designs niya are made from trash. So, ayan. And next is architect Maria Luisa Daya Garcia. She's known as the Philippines Queen of Green. When it comes to green architecture, she's really known for that. So some of her projects are yung AKAP, and she's also the consulting architect for the new Senate building. Ayan. And of course, for our closing remarks, we have Miss Mitzi Jonel Tan of Youth Advocates for Climate Action Philippines. So ayan, ang reason why we had Women in Action, kasi sabi ko, kailangan medyo mas proactive tayo. Every time, kasi ito kasi yung napansin din namin, every time, di ba, pag may bagyo, every time na may natural disaster sa bansa, ang dami nating nakikitang post na, post-resilience design.
Yeah.
Yeah, lahat, I mean, we hear all those designs, but what are we doing about it? Parang lagi kasi tayong nagiging reactive. Lagi tayong, okay, pag may bagyo, sige, call for donations, and then what's next? It's always like that. Hindi natin siya, parang we don't really, parang nakafocus tayo sa pagpo-provide ng cure, not how to prevent things. So I think yun yung isa sa naging idea namin why we wanted that. And kaya mas nag-lean kami into green climate crisis.
Yes.
Yung focus namin. So we also have sa open forum, ito yung talagang naglagay kami sa program namin. It will last at I think 30 minutes. Kasi we have first we have architect Monique Chong, President of United Architects of the Philippines, Sugbu chapter. Sila yung isa sa chapter na talagang naapektuhan ng Typhoon Odette.
Okay.
And of course you from Engineering Wins, si Hannah Trespeses, and one of the co-founders of Association of Women Workers in the Construction Industry, Miss Jane Vargas. Kasi we really want it to be inclusive. Nagiging nangyayari kasi, isa to sa parang nakikita namin lagi sa architecture. It's always this top-down approach. Parang tayong professionals, papasok tayo sa isang community, we tell them what to do. It's not how it works. We should ask them what they need, how they want to do it, and then we just help them na parang mas to make it better. Articulate it better. So I think very important na meron tayong participation from all aspects ng industry natin. So
Yeah, sige. Go ahead.
Okay, so in partnership with Reboot Philippines, United Architects of the Philippines Student Auxiliary, UAP Sugbu Chapter, Engineering Wins, AUC, Studio Atibapa, and Kanto Creative Corner. So yan.
Yeah, we do hope that we see you guys. And we've also commented down here where you will register. Just go to bit.ly/GBW Women in Action. And so we do hope that we see you. That is happening again, guys, on March 13. Tama ba, guys? Ayan,
Yes.
13. That's on
Sunday.
Sunday, 4 to 7 p.m. Alam niyo, nakakatuwa kasi nung in-invite niyo rin ako, ano din talagang go ako. Like
Yes.
parang, kasi the topics that we'll be talking about are really issues that is already happening right now.
Yes.
Talagang, sad to say,
Everyone.
like, na parang hindi lang siya eye-opener na parang let's take action na. And
Yes.
talagang the women that you invited to do the talks, nakaka-inspire din yung stories nila. 'Di ba? Like, from, 'di ba, yung naririnig na natin yung pera sa basura, pero how are you going to be more proactive about it? And of course, green architecture na talagang usong-uso ngayon, 'di ba?
Yes.
Kasi
Yes.
we're looking for ways to be more sustainable and talagang basta napakaganda, 'di ba? So I do hope that we see you guys on our upcoming event, Women in Action. Again, ladies, do you have anything more to say? I'll leave the floor to you. Ano na lang, mga last takeaways niyo na lang to our episode today, 'di ba? Ang topic natin is about girl talk, women in the AEC industry. So, ano na lang siguro yung tip nyo na may bibigay nyo to a young student that who wants to be a part of the industry, like empowering words, 'di ba? Ayan. So, let's start with, sino gusto mauna?
Ito na isa.
Ano daw?
Sige, go ahead, Isa. Go ahead.
In behalf of Girls Build World, thank you po, Engineer
Yes,
Hannah and
thank you so
Engineering
much.
Wins for inviting us to this talk. And very, very useful platform
Yes,
to
sobra.
to voice advocacies, and then yung shared experiences. It resonates to a lot of people, and I hope we keep on doing this.
Yes, sobra.
Ayun.
And we really hope in the future we can have more discussions like this.
Yes,
And-
of course.
Yes, for our upcoming activities for Girls Build World, we really hope na mas maging part yung Engineering Wins with us.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yes.
And our final tip to girls, women, starting to find their footing, don't be afraid to take up space, girls.
Yes, don't be afraid.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how about you, Mika? Ikaw naman. Ano yung mga final words? Mga final words of wisdom mo. Yung kay Isa kasi very
Okay.
short and sweet lang, di ba? Oh, how
Yes.
about
I will share lang sa inyo yung sinabi ng isang philosopher. You want a hot body, you want a Maserati, you better work, bitch.
you better
So-
work, bitch?
Kailangan nating gumalaw-galaw. Ayan.
Words to live by. Talagang
Works to live by.
nakaka-teary eye siya talaga. Like parang from now on, if you want a hot body, guys, you better work.
You better work.
Diba? Ayan. This is talagang a fun, talagang kwentuhan. Kasi, kumbaga, from somebody na, diba, as you can see hearing your story na parang, kasi meron lang ng away sa akin diba? And I want to prove him wrong. I just want to voice out my thoughts. And I think that is one of the main reasons kung bakit I also created my page to be more vocal din. Kasi, it's not, konti pa lang, di ba? Nakikita natin na mga female engineers, content creators that really share their voice online. Di katulad sa ibang industries, di ba, na napakarami na. And I think let's just keep on encouraging each other, di ba, to be the best that we can be para makuha natin yung ating hot body. And yung Maserati na gusto natin. Again, Isa and Mika, thank you guys again for joining us on our Girl Talk tonight. And we do hope, that makapagkwentuhan ulit tayo soon, di ba? Let's wish them well, of course, on their upcoming. We're claiming na mga future architects. Siguro yung next live natin, yung story nila na about architecture naman, di ba? The board exam. Di ba? diba? Para mas ma-encourage din natin a lot of people to take architecture din. So, thank you, ladies. And
Yes.
I really had a lot of
Thank you
fun
so
with you
much.
guys. Thank you, guys. Ayan. So, guys, I do hope that you guys had a lot of fun in our first episode of Girl Talk, Women in the AEC Industry. So, I just like to end. Ang ganda talaga kasi ng parting words ni Mika, di ba? paano ko papatungan yun, guys? Ayan. But kidding aside, di ba? It's really nice, like, to speak out about the things that you want to push through. Talaga, yung mga pinaglalaban nyo sa puso nyo, sa buhay nyo, guys. And talagang, when a woman or a female or a girl starts to speak up, talagang it's very, very powerful. I do hope that you guys get inspired by the story of the founders of Girls Build the World. And yeah, it's been a fun episode for tonight. I just want to also give a huge shout out to our dear friend here na nagpadala ng kanilang t-shirt right here. We have here, ayan, i-flash natin. This is from Build and Wear, guys. Again, if you want to wear your pride, di ba? Yung mga architects dyan, mga engineers dyan, go ahead and order your t-shirt at Build and Wear. Their Facebook page is right here, guys. So go ahead and follow them and order your t-shirts na katulad nito. Trust me, I'm an engineer. Ayan. So this has been Engineer Hannah, guys, and thank you again for watching another episode of Ikamustan Sessions with Engineer Hannah, your weekly live series about kwentong engineering, career, and everything in between. See you guys again next week for another episode. Bye, guys! Kaway-kaway tayo! Thank you, guys! Bye, guys! Thank you! Ayan. See you guys on our event. Ayan. Thank you, guys!